Computers are immensely stupid. All right, well, you know what? While we're waiting for Ghoulguts... Oh, his entire Discord was restarted because of the internet already. His internet, because he was in here with me. Well, I'm waiting for Ghoulguts. Fuck it. We'll start with the lukewarm Silent Hill takes. This can be great. I wanted Ghoulguts in VC to roast my lukewarm takes. Hopefully he can pop back in. If you want to hop in VC and roast my lukewarm takes, that's fine too. Alright. So first up... Also, there's some shit in here that I haven't played, but we'll get to that. First up is the original Silent Hill for the PlayStation 1. It's a classic, man. I think it, holds up pretty well, even though, like, all the monsters kind of look like pasta monsters, like macaroni art. And the voice acting is very silly. Is that my ghoulie? Can my ghoulie speak? No. I don't even know if Pachinko's in here. And I haven't played it, so it would go in haven't played category. So Silent Hill 1, I'm gonna go in the A tier. I think it's solid. I think it's one of the best PlayStation horror games of all time. Really, really solid little game. Like I said, these are lukewarm takes. Nobody's gonna give a shit. Yeah, it holds up. I wish it was widely available and more people could play it. I think it's a tremendous game, and more people should give it a go if they can. Via emulation or whatever. Next up is Silent Hill Playmo, like nobody's ever fucking heard of. I have actually played this. This is basically like a audio-visual novel on the Game Boy Advance. And it's basically like a retelling of Silent Hill 1 with some minor differences. And then, like, when you beat the game, you can actually play through the game from Sybil's perspective, which is pretty cool. It also had some silly, stupid-ass quasi-downloadable content that's now lost media, where it's like you played as, like, other characters who are, like, exclusive to Play Novel, like some doofy ass little kids or whatever, and barely anybody has any stuff of that. This is Japan only, so that's part of the reason why nobody got to really play it. But there's a localized version of it, and I played it a few years ago, and I think it's pretty neat. It's nothing fancy, but it's okay. I'm gonna give it a B tier. Because it's just Silent Hill 1. Hey, there's Ghoulie. There's Ghoulguts. Yeah, B tier for Play.
Already I'm roasting you. What the fuck is this?
Have you played Play?
Oh, okay.
Hey,
no, but I have heard about it.
Oh, okay.
For some reason, I thought that was the GBA, port, whatever.
Oh, that is the GBA game. It's like a visual novel of Silent Hill 1.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, dude, it's...
Oh, I actually didn't know it was a visual novel.
Yeah, it's just Silent Hill 1, but like in book form on a Game Boy Advance. It's fine.
You're telling me that I gotta read? Who the fuck reads, Saber?
I know,
you
right?
read?
No, reading's
you fucking
for
nerd.
nerds. I listen to somebody else read. All right, the most lukewarm take. Oh, good, you were there for it. Perfect, Kalia. Beautiful. Well, now you can watch it again and show your friends. And for the record, I'm talking about Devil Story. I found it on YouTube, Ghoulguts. I'll send it to you. Now, my most lukewarm take of all time, Silent Hill 2 goes in the S tier. I mean, duh. It's fucking Silent Hill 2.
Yeah.
Come on, man. It's great. Unless you're talking about the
it didn't
HD.
Go on S everybody with shit.
Yeah, unless it's the HD collection, which is not in here. Can I add? Yes, I can. And I'm gonna just hold on. HD collection. Yes.
Bro, what the fuck is Silent Hill Arcade?
It's an arcade game that I've never played. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
And if I get to that, I'm gonna briefly just be like, "Hey, I've never played it." One of these days, I might emulate it. Choose files. Yes. All right. We're just gonna stick this into. You know what? I'm gonna make a category below F. Hey, no, that's the wrong one. I'm gonna make a category below F. No, you can't read the text when it's black.
You should call the category S.
Just ass?
Unless you're gonna make another one for S.
Oh, yeah, I am. But then that's later when we get to that.
Oh, Jesus.
All right. Demonic afterbirth. You know, the gray is too dark, so we'll give it that. Yeah. That's what Silent Hill HD collection is going in. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna go with Lee's idea of Foreskin Harvester. All right. So this is where I might ruffle some feathers a bit. Maybe, I don't know. I know it has its fans, but like for me, Silent Hill 3 is a B tier.
What are you? Okay. All right. Okay.
Like,
okay.
I kind of go back and forth.
I'm gonna need a little elaboration here, though, because this is my favorite in the series.
I know. I go back and forth with it. Sometimes I like it. Sometimes I'm not as crazy about it. I like Heather as a character. I like a lot of the settings of the game. But
she's sick. Yeah.
Yeah, but like for me, one of the biggest issues is it's leaning a bit more towards action focused and a shit ton of enemies.
Yeah, there are a shit ton of and you definitely end the game with a lot of shit.
Yeah, and like the game's combat doesn't really work with that many enemies, in my personal opinion, and it kind of becomes a little frustrating. Granted, you still can like run past all of them if you really want to. I know speedrunners do that, you know, like Renzi and everything like that. But you know, it's fine. It's a solid little game. But just, you know, it's not. How dare you call it my favorite game? Here's the thing. I'm a little more interested. I'm a little more interested in the original designed, like pre-alpha Silent Hill 3 that we know very little about, because I know Team Silent was aiming to do something different, and the general consensus is it probably was going to be more like Silent Hill 2, where it had like nothing to do with Silent Hill 1.
Okay.
But interestingly enough, apparently Japanese audiences hated Silent Hill 2 because it had nothing to do with Silent Hill 1, at least at the time anyway. So Konami kind of...
I did not know that.
So Konami kind of mandated that 3 had to be a direct continuation of Silent Hill 1. And even though I like Heather and I like the story, I do think that hinders things a little bit. Like, it lessens the world building just a smidge, but like not enough to like ruin anything. Yeah, because I kind of would have preferred if it was like, I like the idea of the franchise being completely standalone with like no direct ties to any previous game, you know? And I like the idea of there being like...
I definitely like that idea too.
I like the idea of there being no canonical ending, and unfortunately by Silent Hill 3 existing, we know that there's at least one of two canonical endings. It's either true ending or, you know, true ending plus, you know? So that kind of weakens it a little bit, but it's fine. It's fine. It's not terrible. And yeah, it's a good game.
I feel like if... Yeah. I feel like if the series did do the thing where no entry in the series is like directly connected, okay, that just makes me think that the series might still be kind of going strong, you know?
Oh, you know what, Lee?
I feel like
you are right. I need to hold on.
Well, what's going on with my boy.
Lee said to put Silent Hill movie in S tier, and you know what? I like Silent Hill the movie.
I like it too. I wouldn't put it S though.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd probably put it in S tier. It's one of my favorite video game movies. It has its issues. I just love it.
Wow.
I'm a slut for that. So yeah, you know what? We're gonna add some more files. We're gonna add Silent Hill the movie, and we're gonna add Silent Hill Revelation. And you know what? I'm gonna put Silent Hill the movie in A tier. And then I'm gonna make a new category under foreskin harvesting. At a row below. And this is where Silent Hill Revelation 3D goes. Please pet my dire wolf. Because Kit Harington, aka Jon Snow from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Please pet my dire wolf. Yeah. This is maybe a little controversial for Renzi. Silent Hill 4 also goes in the B tier. And this one kind of hurts because I think of the original, like the first 4 Silent Hill games, Silent Hill 4 is like my second favorite narrative of the 4. I like how weird and fucked up serial killer shit it is. You know, like the whole Walter Sullivan shit. And the idea of like the concept of being trapped in your hotel or your apartment, like your only way to get out is through like a stupid hole, and it takes you to like weird nightmare fuckery.
Yeah.
The problem is the gameplay is, in my opinion, the absolute worst of the first 4 Silent Hill games. The inventory
with
management
the immortal ghosts that fist you.
Yeah, the unkillable ghosts unless you have the specific sword. The limited inventory management, where all of a sudden it decides to have a Resident Evil inventory type system. Breakable melee, the melee system with the breakable golf clubs was silly. The fact that you can only have like a single clip of ammo and that takes up a single slot in your inventory, so like if you want like 40 bullets, that's 4 slots of your 10 slot inventory taken. It's baffling. It's very silly design. But ultimately I like Silent Hill 4 The Room a lot. I like Silent Hill 4 The Room a lot. It's just gameplay wise, it leaves a little to be desired. Oh good, we get to what the fuck even is, oh, that's the arcade. Yeah, so we get to bang out a couple real quickly because I haven't played Silent Hill the arcade or Silent Hill Orphan. I don't even know what the fuck Silent Hill Orphan is.
Orphan? What the fuck is that?
Yeah, I think it's a mobile game. I don't know. This also might be a spicy. I got another spicy take, maybe. Origins gets a D tier. That's the PSP one, Gulguts.
D is crazy, Saber. D is crazy.
I don't like prequels 99.9% of the time. I think they're entirely unnecessary and pointless and stupid. And this kind of falls into that category. I think it's useless. It serves no real purpose. It would have been C tier, Gulguts, except for the sanatorium level. The sanatorium level is way too goddamn big.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I put it on C just for the fucking soundtrack. It was
the soundtrack is a banger. Absolutely. Like every single OST that Akira Yamaoka works on is a banger. That's part of the reason why it's not like an F tier. Is like the soundtrack is
What's your favorite? What is your favorite soundtrack of the series?
It's probably a toss-up between 2 and 3. Those are the ones I listen to the most.
Okay, man. Okay.
Yeah, like Promise for Prize is probably my favorite track, like period. And then Silent Hill, my second is probably You're Not Here, the Mary Elizabeth McGlynn vocal track from Silent Hill 3.
That's my shit.
It is a fucking bop, goddammit. Shattered Memories OST is also up there too. That's probably where like all of my favorite vocal tracks are. Next is Silent Hill: The Escape, which I also haven't played. I'm assuming it's another fucking arcade game. And then Mobile 2. Man, I'm just blowing through this shit.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Let's go. Alright, Silent Hill Homecoming. It's a C tier. It's fine. It's serviceable. It's not great. It's just Diet Silent Hill 2, but with a military theme and a banger soundtrack. And also it's buggy.
Yeah,
and Gina worked on it.
It must be mentioned.
Yeah, I mean, listen, every Silent Hill game until you get to these two has a banger soundtrack. These two, they're fine. Their OST's fine. Daniel Lick does an okay job, but all of the Akira Yamaoka's OSTs are bangers. Yeah, it's
Saber,
huh?
are you saying that you don't fuck with the Downpour Corn song, bro?
I actually kind of do fuck with the Downpour Corn song.
Yes. Okay. All right.
It's just, you know, if you give me the choice between Mary Elizabeth McGlynn and Korn, I'm taking Mary Elizabeth McGlynn. God damn it.
Yeah. Word. Okay.
All right.
Okay. That's fair.
That's other fair. Spicy take, maybe. This is a pretty spicy take for some. S tier, easy. Silent Hill Shattered Memories.
I knew that about you.
Yeah, this is my second favorite Silent Hill game, and actually kind of sometimes becomes my favorite. Actually, I sometimes even view it as like an alternate sequel to Silent Hill 1. Like, my own personal interpretation is like it hypothetically could be a sequel to Silent Hill 1's worst ending. But while gameplay wise, like core gameplay, it's not my cup of tea, because it's just walking sim and then occasionally run through spooky ghost. Yeah. It's narrative shit, and the whole psych therapy shit is really, really strong.
Amazing.
I still remember. Yeah. I've told this story a few times on stream, and I've mentioned it to you a few times on stream too, where we were having our buddy Maverick play through Shattered Memories. And the entire time, he is talking all sorts of shit, because that's what Maverick does. He just talks shit all the time, all the time.
He's like, dude.
Yeah, and then he gets to the ending.
It's a skill.
And I'm not gonna spoil the ending outside of just the name of the ending he got, which is Good Dad. And he's just quiet the entire ending, and Golguts is just like, hey, so Mav, what do you think of the game? And Maverick just goes, I kind of want to curl up in a ball and go to sleep forever. It's such an emotionally draining ending.
And I love that from that man, high praise. Praise.
Super high praise. Another spice. Oh wait, no, it's not a spicy pick yet, because it's Mobile 3, which I've never fucking played.
Dude, what the fuck is that shit?
I don't know, but I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Silent Hill games I need to stream at some point. Let's fucking go, baby.
Yeah, baby.
All right, the next spicy take. Downpour gets C tier. To be fair,
I have not played this one.
I have not played this game since release, and I thought it was fine. However, everybody I've spoken to since, like, really fucking hates on this game. So, like, I'm pretty sure both Niku and Rent would be like, bro, what the fuck? The fuck is wrong with you? But, like, for me, like, it was fine. It's definitely the buggiest. And it's, like, closer to a D compared to, like, Homecoming, which is, like, a solid C for me. It also,
I like Homecoming.
It's fine. It's fine. Downpour also does this one thing that I really fucking hate, where the twist of the game changes based off of what ending you get, and I fucking hate that. I don't want to spoil it. But like one of the worst endings.
I don't give a fuck.
The one, but you know, there's somebody who might play it at some point.
Sure.
One of the bad endings, is like it changes what the twist is, and I fucking hate it. It's, for me, like, that's part of the reason why I think Silent Hill 2 and Shattered Memories stand the best, is the twist happens, but the ending is the main character's reaction to the twist revelation, as opposed to Downpour, where it's like, LOL, it's a different twist, and it's like, fuck off. Fuck off with that shit. There's some neat fan theory stuff about Downpour. Like, some people hypothesize that the game is actually not the main character's interpretation of Silent Hill, and it's actually this other character's interpretation of Silent Hill. And that could be cool, but like,
that's kind of cool. Okay.
I don't know. Next up, hey Vale, how's it going, dude? Next up is Book of Memes.
Oh yeah. Oh shit.
I have barely played it. The little I have played, I probably would put it in the F tier, but I also haven't played it in over a decade, so maybe I'd be softer on it. I just think the entire concept of a Silent Hill Diablo-like is terrible.
This is fucking sick, bro. What do you mean? I would love it. Dude, I would love if there's a way for us to play that together.
Absolutely. If we could, I would do it in a heartbeat. I hope you recover fast from your migraine, Vale. Get well.
Oh no. That's terrible pain. Sorry.
But yeah, I would totally play it, and it'd probably be a lot more fun in multiplayer. But
oh, for sure though.
As I remember the little single player I did play, I was like, this is dog ass. This is dog water. All right. Here's my next spicy pick. PT. All right.
Okay.
Gets a B tier. It probably would have been really closer to an A.
What's going on?
Right?
Okay.
My problem with PT is not necessarily the game itself, because it's just a short little technical thing. My problem with PT is what it has done to the games industry, and how a bunch of unoriginal hacks have done quote-unquote spiritual successors and tried to copy pasta PT. So I kind of resent PT.
Has been quite a few.
Yeah, I kind of resent PT because of what it's done. Also, it's not much of a game. It's a spooky walking simulator, spooky horror thing. Like, it's neat. It's neat, and I do play it every year because I have a PlayStation 4 that has it, right? And dude, one of these days I want to get you to play it, because I know you've never played it.
I'm so down.
But ultimately, it is what it is. It kind of ruined indie horror games. And also, it's not a full game, so, you know. Now, ass.
Okay. Here we
go.
go.
We described it's going to get its own category. We're going to give it... Fuck it, we're going to give it pink. Oh no, I changed. Oh, that's fine. We're going to give it...
He's fed my dire wolf. Crazy.
We're going to give it... we're going to give it a red. Fuck it, I don't care. And, Berryman. It receives the Berryman rank.
Okay.
Silent Hill Ascension is objectively the worst piece of Silent Hill media.
Fucking hard agree.
But it is really fun to riff on with friends, especially if you have stupid sound effects on in the background.
Yeah.
But it's really fun to meme on. But it's basically an F tier or below F tier. It's awful. Speaking of F tier, fucking easy. Silent Hill: A Short Message. I know you
Yeah,
haven't played
okay,
it. You've seen me play it.
Yeah, but I watched you fucking play it. I was there the whole time.
Yeah. Soundtrack's great. Hirayama is back.
And if I
Creature-
can believe it, yeah.
Creature design is
That's right.
great.
That
you know,
was great.
But one, just like Ascension, it has absolutely fucking nothing to do with Silent Hill, like at all.
And
Silent
also,
Hill,
just
name
like
only.
yeah, dude, like just like Ascension, the like brand new lame world building like pieces are just like garbo. It's
Yep.
bad. It's terrible.
Yeah,
it's
and
bad. It's really bad.
it is. I get what it's trying to do, and because
I know.
I gotta dance around the subject. Well, the thing is, the game is trying to
Yeah.
it's trying to tackle the subject, delicate subject matter, specifically
The
involving
suicide,
like suicide and whatnot, and that is admirable. But I think it covers the subject matter terribly. And I think it's really annoying with its use of warnings and content warnings and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
my
yeah.
first experience with the game was
Really
like,
eat it over your head.
yeah, I booted up the game, and before I'm taken to the main menu, it gives me, hey, this game contains sensitive subject matter, and it discusses suicide. Here's suicide prevention hotline. It's like, oh, that's cool. It's kind of like the old Silent Hill descriptors, but like it's a little more in depth, and it actually has stuff to help people. That's fine. I then select new game about 30 seconds later after I finally get to the main menu, and the same fucking warning pops up, and it's like, my guys, I don't need to see the same warning within 30 seconds.
Every time.
Nobody needs that. Nobody needs that. Just if you want, just do it either like when you first boot up the game or when you select new game. I would put it when you first boot up the game because, like, whatever. But then they keep doing it every single time you complete a chapter, and I want to get through the game. This is kind of aggravating and annoying. I get what you're trying to do, but at least for me, it comes across as condescending. I don't want to sound like an insensitive asshole, because some people need content warnings. But I think if somebody is going to dip out because of the content in the game, they would do it at the first content warning. They don't need six more that just reiterate the same thing over and over and over and over and over again.
I feel like also the franchise is like, it's old enough that like everybody knows the kind of things that these stories like deal with. Like the themes are very well known. It's some of the heaviest shit in gaming, So
Silent Hill 2 covers like really, really heavy
it's some
shit.
of the most, dude. It's some of the most fucked up shit like in fiction, like not just gaming. Crazy. It's crazy. So me as I kind of am like a sensitive snowflake in some aspects, as like crass as I can be or whatever, but I also I respect what they were trying to do, but it was just a little heavy-handed. It's
it's super heavy-handed.
It was just a little much. Yeah,
and for me,
it was a little much.
I don't think that was I don't think it's the developer's intent, but I have seen this with the fans of the game, where they're arguing that the message is more important and you should look past its faults. And to me, that's kind of bullshit. That's stupid, because you should value good media. Like, just because it has an important message doesn't mean shit. Because like we were discussing this a few weeks ago with Cyberbully, the one with the stupid kid who's like, I can't.
Oh yeah,
that movie's fucking terrible. But it has defenders who are like, it's an important movie because it talks about cyberbullying. Fuck off with that shit. It's a piece of shit. Or Megan is Missing, as we were talking about, where it's a really repugnant, disgusting movie, but people defend it because it's like, oh,
Yeah.
well, it's about, you warning your kids. It's like, look, if you like that media, right, that's fine. But I think using a message as a shield from criticism is really, really dumb.
Agreed.
Yeah, exactly, is what Kalia just says. It doesn't matter how good the message is or how important it is. It's all about how you handle the matter and present it. And yeah, that's
fucking facts.
That's the night and day difference between Silent Hill 2 and Shattered Memories and Silent Hill: The Short Message. Like, it's the best I can say about it, again, besides the soundtrack and the creature design, is it's free. But this felt more like a Bloober Team Silent Hill game crossed with Slender, the 8 pages, than the actual Bloober Team Silent Hill game. Segue.
Let's get to it.
Okay. So, for context, I went into this game expecting it to be a dumpster fire. An absolute tire.
And also Saber hates everything.
I do hate everything. This is in my list of this game should never be remade, period, because a lot of what makes it special is it can't be replicated easily. But F tier. No, I'm kidding. C tier. It gets a C tier. It wasn't a dumpster fire.
Okay.
I don't hate it, but it's kind of bordering on D, because it turned Silent Hill 2 into an action game.
It fucking did. Okay, so I'm not finished with it, so I can't weigh in on this one. Not that I've weighed in much on any of these, but I started the game on hard mode, and like within an hour, I like turned it back to fucking like plain like normal mode, because the first time that I fought two what are they called, straight jackets, the first time that I fought two of them at the same time, the amount of like bobbing and weaving and like dodging and like throwing stick, it was fucking stupid. Like it felt like it like felt like Dark Souls. It was crazy.
No,
it was like really bad.
There's way too many enemies in the game, and like it's kind of cute when the mannequins go off and hide. Right? It's like the first time that you go off and hide, it's creepy and effective.
Terrifying. Fucking scary, dude.
The
So good.
The 70th time that fucking happens, I am just like, fuck off. I'm tired of this shit.
Yeah.
I will say...
So I'm almost... Yeah. I'm only at the hospital, and I'm getting to that point now where like every time that I see a pair of those fucking legs, like I should be like, oh my god, I'm scared, but I'm like, dude, fucking, I see you, bro.
Yeah, it's like
I see you over there, dude. Like,
yeah. Too many goddamn enemies. I really don't like most of the boss fights. Except for one. The one is Abstract Daddy. No, I fucking hate the Eddie boss fight. I fucking hate the new Eddie boss fight. The new Eddie boss fight can suck my ass. Like, look, the combat... The combat in the original Silent Hill 2 isn't great, but like the enemies were designed around it. So like it wasn't like super fucking frustrating. Because it was more important for Silent Hill 2 to be about the narrative and the themes and everything like that. Gameplay and combat kind of took a bit more of a back seat, but it was functional. It worked. And you had so much ammo in Silent Hill 2 that, like, you could basically kill everything. And even then, there wasn't even enough stuff to kill unless you were really going out of your way to farm stuff. Silent Hill 2 Remake, it's like trying to be more of an actual proper survival horror game, but it doesn't have the balancing right, and it doesn't have the combat system right. Like Silent Hill 2's combat felt janky and deliberate, while 2 Remakes feels janky because it's an inexperienced dev team. trying to copy Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
Also, they took moments that are supposed to be more subdued and turned them into like bombastic set pieces. I don't want to
I've been hearing that
spoil
too.
too much stuff, but like one of the things that both Lee and I were agreeing on is the first time we see Pyramid Head in Silent Hill 2 Remake, the first couple times, it's handled really well.
I thought so too. Yeah.
Every other time Pyramid Head shows up after that, it's done terribly, unfortunately.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's done.
Oh no.
Again, I don't know if this
Okay,
is
well, I mean,
decisions or Konami decisions or what.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely did not like the first time that you fight him.
No,
that shit was like
it's dumb.
Thunderdome fucking again,
Yeah.
like Dark Souls.
Yeah,
like
it's
I just
dumb.
thought that shit was so bad, dude. Like,
It was really dumb.
I don't know.
It was really dumb. Yeah. So, yeah, that's Silent Hill 2 Remake. It's I don't hate it, but I don't like it. It's probably a little closer to a D. Yeah, so that's my list. My lukewarm takes that only a couple of them really pissed off Ghoul Guts. Or mildly ruffled his feathers.
Honestly, only one of them did, and like not by much. Like if I did this, there'd be a few more of them that would be in the barely played, but 3 would definitely be A.
I think for you it would probably be I know Silent Hill 2 Remake that would be in barely played, and then you haven't played Short Message, that would be down there, and then you haven't played Downpour, and PT.
Yeah, I have not.
And Play Novel, but everything else.
I hardly, even know what that is. Yeah.
Well, I guess we got homework to do.
I mean,
you got games to play.
Down,
I got games to play.
And eventually, I would love to fucking go see you, so I can play PT.
Yeah,
and also figure out how the fuck we can both play Book of Memories. I'm so down for that.
We need to do that. That'd be the best.